Let us use the occasion of our Diamond Jubilee to create legacies for the next 60 years and beyond.
We continue to reignite our nation for greatness through our achievements and our accomplishments as we chart the way forward. Hello and welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Lorraine Mendez. We have a lot in store for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. On Get the Facts this week, one beneficiary of the DBJ Grant Fund shares how the support has helped to expand businesses into the regional market.
Welcome to Get the Facts. This is the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm Theodore Henry. The Development Bank of Jamaica, the DBJ, has a range of products and services that allow MSMEs to access grants. They can access loans and technical support. All of this is with the aim of driving growth and development of this ecosystem. Today we speak with a beneficiary of the Innovation Grant Fund, and this is a component of the Boosting Innovation Growth and Entrepreneurship Ecosystems, the Big E program, to hear how this financing has improved business. My guest is President and Chief Executive Officer of One-on-One Educational Services Limited, Ricardo Allen. Welcome to the program, Mr. Allen.
Thank you for having me, Theodore.
All right, let's jump right into getting the facts. You ready?
Absolutely.
Tell me about One-on-One.
You know, One-on-One is an innovative online learning company that seeks to provide knowledge to people. Okay.
Right.
And we use our technology and our content to do this, right? We've built out an award-winning online learning platform and online courses as well that serves not only students in a high school, primary school, but also university students and even corporate Jamaica.
Right.
We built out courses across the board, and we deliver these courses through our award-winning online learning platform. So, you know, the problem we're trying to solve, Theodore, is really, you know, when I started out to deliver personalized education online.
And when you started out, which is when?
You know what? We launched the company in 2015.
Right.
But I can tell you, I've been tutoring since 2009. You know, at that time I was an 18-year-old and going around tutoring. I went to university in 2008 and I saw the concept of and how effective it was to put students in a class with a tutor, and it was 10 students.
Right.
I fell in love with it.
That's a massive classroom.
Listen, 10 students to a tutor, and you spend an hour just to go through the concepts, and you learned.
Yeah.
When I saw that concept, I started a business that does exactly that. It was under a tree at JC. We had 2 students, and they all got grade 1 in math, and then we grew to 1,000 students in 5 years. So
results.
It's amazing kind of what we did, but that's kind of how it started. But on top of that, you know, when in 2013 I was studying to become an actuary. Okay. And this was my second actuarial exam, and I was preparing for the exam. I was using a book. It was about this thick. And I couldn't be bothered with that, so I watched some videos and I got a perfect score on the exam.
Right.
I immediately left my job. I was a Fulbright scholar. I gave up the scholarship, and I went on to making math videos for people.
Yeah.
That's how One-on-One started. Because the power of knowledge in a bite-sized way, I saw that could deliver personal education.
I'm going to come in here. That's how One-on-One started. Well, it's 2022 now. One-on-One has grown.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about the Innovation Grant Fund. And what made you think, I need money or I need help? What brought you to the DBJ?
Well, you know, when you start a company, and the beauty of One-on-One story is that DBJ has been with us every step of the way.
All right.
Theodore, back in 2016, when we started the business and we launched an online learning platform, we felt like we needed money and we raised money from the market. We got investors to give us money. But we quickly ran out of money. With this big idea, we went to DBJ and they supported us with what's called the Ignite Grant first.
Right.
And then we needed more, so we got a DBJ back loan. Now, as a small business, you don't have the collateral such as house, land, car, and so on.
Right.
Neither is your father rich.
And you were going online.
You're going online, and we need all of this capital, right? We're talking about 100 million of investment in Theodore. We needed to build the content, and it was a lot of investment. So we went to DBJ and we got a loan that they guaranteed. So this was the second time they helped now. And because of those two things, here's the key now. In 2020, One-on-One designed and built a technology 5 years ago, back in 2016, or 6 years ago, 6 years, that we were now able to serve over 400,000 students across the Caribbean using that technology that DBJ helped us to fund back in 2016.
So One-on-One ticked the innovation box.
There we go. Now, here's how the innovation grant came about now. In helping all of these students in COVID to stay in school, stay online, and to deliver our technology and courses to people,
Right.
we had a gap to solve, and that gap was to how do we reach those without internet connectivity? And so we designed a product to take learning offline, and essentially we created this thing called Internet in a Box.
Right.
So it's really a small device, and what we do, we download a version of the internet on this device, we deploy it in rural Jamaica. I'm from Calabar, Trelawney, and I grew up in Jacksontown, Bush.
Yeah.
You put that in Jacksontown, Trelawney, and the students gather around it, connect just like they do with Wi-Fi, and any internet-based resources they can consume on that device without the need for internet. And so we needed to bring that to the market. And we went back to DBJ one last time, and we said, listen, we have an innovation, we need the funding to go. And they had the perfect opportunity, which is this innovation grant,
Right.
funded by IDB. And we applied for it. It was a rigorous process because they wanted to ensure, as they always do, that whatever they're putting their money towards is something that is going to lead to nation building and so on. And so we accessed the grant, and so we're now in the process of producing these devices that we're going to deploy all across Jamaica.
So, Sir Allen, you mentioned the application process. Tell me a bit about that. What did One-on-One have to ensure that they were doing or had to be eligible for this?
So, as I would have shared, we have kind of grown as a company with DBJ from just a baby, a toddler, growing up now. I would say I'm a teenager, soon to be adult, right? Big news coming up, by the way. The reality is that the higher the stakes, the more the requirement, okay? So now, for example, for the innovation grant, we had to provide evidence that we're making more than 75 million in revenues over consistently on average for the past 3 years. So we tick that box.
Right.
We had to show where we had a product that could be commercialized because, they fund different stages of a product, right? Our product is in the process of being commercialized. So it's not yet ready for the market. It's something that we're building.
But it's also not an extreme niche product.
There we go, right? Well, I would say that it's solving a few problems. I would say there's some elements of it that is sufficiently, segmented to a specific market, but overall, the product had to be needed by the market, right? And DBJ looked at this and they assessed it. The next thing they looked at was, what's the quality of the team behind this? Could they execute on this promise? Because many of us have ideas, right? But can you execute on that promise? I call it the minimum valuable promise.
Right. You've mentioned that DBJ has been with you from baby, getting into teenager into adult now. And one thing that we always hear about the DBJ is that it's not just money. And you're talking about the team now. Did you get any support into building that team?
Theodore, I tell you a story. In 2017, I got married 2017, I had my second daughter.
You sure? You got the date right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, good.
Right, man. My wife probably sees I don't want to get in trouble.
Very good.
I had to close down the business because we were running out of money, the physical business.
Right.
And I took the decision to go fully remote. Everybody worked at home, so did I. And I had a little bungalow at my house that I rented, that I ran the business out of. And my assistant came there and so on. DBJ and their team, in pretty cars and things, they came. And they came into my bungalow and they sit down in a little corner and a little chair. I didn't even have a proper chair. And they sat with me to work through every problem I was having.
Right.
And they gave me all the solution. They have never left me.
Yeah.
They have stuck with me. They give me my calls. I get a check-in. Ricardo, how is this project going? Do you need help? Do you need that? And they point you into other direction. There's a theory that says success breeds success. So once they give the grant, they have a team of people who stand head and shoulder with you to ensure that it is done and it is executed. Plus, they also connect you with their network of people and organization to give you that support. So, for example, in 2016, we were selected by President Obama as the first awardee for the Young Leaders of America's initiative. And we were selected as that project. And without the DBJ's help, we would not have gotten that. But subsequent to that, DBJ even assisted us to even speak to other entrepreneurs. I would say it's a community. It's not just the money. It's the people and just the power that they bring in helping you to achieve your goals.
We are getting the facts. You know, it seems as if the DBJ's motto should be changed to not just the money. But the government through the DBJ is providing access to financing for MSMEs, and there are a myriad of products available based on the stage and the needs of your business. We're going to continue this conversation with Mr. Allen on the other side of this break. You don't want to miss it.
What a way you're full of our roots and culture. That was in Jamaica 60. Jamaica 60? What a piece of news, Miss Matty. I feel like my heart going bust up. Just in, the island of Jamaica is on the verge of celebrating its 60th year of independence. A whole way of celebrating it. They say the people them, you know, them come here, you know. But you see, when our people decide, say the other people them free paper, burn up, them say if it's war, start it, whatever. We all collect medal panta fight, you know. Medal. Amount of tongue we give them, you know. The celebrations are slated to begin on January 1st, 2022. Organized by the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport. We have more in this report. I am on site and planning activities are ablaze. Persons are advised to download the Reggae Jamaica app to know what it activities for the Jamaica 60 celebration. Yeah. If you download the app to get the updates then.
We are continuing our conversation with President and Chief Executive Officer of One-on-One Educational Services Limited, Ricardo Allen. Let's jump right back in. Now, you mentioned that serving the Caribbean. I distinctly remember hearing you say that.
Absolutely.
How did the DBJ help you break into new markets?
You know, I tell you something. There's a power of technology that is boundless. It's online, not limited by geography, nor is it limited by anyone. It's limited by our mind and our imagination.
Right.
You know, when I sit with DBJ and in that boardroom, they have this ability to just sit and listen to my crazy ideas, and their attitude is, how can we help to support you? And so from day one, when we got that Ignite grant, and we started out, it was a fairly small grant. It was 2.5 million, but that did wonders for us. That allowed us to create a technology and a software or online learning platform that we could now deliver to anybody, anywhere. In addition to that, the loan that we got through the Credit Enhancement Fund, the DBJ Credit Enhancement Fund, again, you don't have receivables or asset. They come in to say, I will guarantee this loan with your bank. And so you access that financing. So Theodore, imagine this. You access a 50 million loan, you have this grant, you can now fund the development of a software that now the government of Bahamas is using, government of St. Kitts, all of these folks. I just got my first contract out of the US, California. We have people all around the world who needs this thing. So if you think about it, luck is sometimes when preparation meets opportunity, you know. Our preparation was DBJ. The opportunity is now. And so that's how DBJ has helped us. They have done a remarkable job to support us financially, but also to give us the mentorship and the advice to allow us to take advantage of the opportunities now, which is to cause people to get learning online and training online via our platform and our courses.
Not just the money, continuing that theme. Tell me a little bit. There are business owners and business soon-to-be owners who are watching you this afternoon. And having the money is one thing, but using the money effectively is another. Has DBJ given you that guidance in terms of financial, the acumen to use it properly?
You know what, and this is perhaps an opportunity for even one-on-one and DBJ. I think we could collaborate and creating courses that could feed entrepreneurs with information on how they could manage and use this and scale their operation, right?
Yes.
Theodore, the past 5 years, I've been obsessed with the whole matter of scaling my company, okay? At the start of COVID, we had 7 team members. And these 7 team members were delivering this service, to a lot of my clients across the Caribbean. Some of the biggest companies across the Caribbean runs on one-on-one. They trust one-on-one with their online learning capabilities, okay?
Right.
Keep in mind that one-on-one for the past 5 years has not sold anything to a child or a parent or anything. We've actually moved out of the retail business and we focus fully on enterprise. We've built an enterprise company, right? How did I get there? For an entrepreneur watching this, I want to tell you a little about starting versus where you're ending, right? So you start small and you grow and so on. Now, the process to start and
the word is scale.
Scale, right. The process to start and grow your business organically over a period of time requires many things. You need financing,
right?
But there's something that comes with that financing is that you need to deliver and you need to report on it. If when I got my first grant for 2.5 million, I did not do exactly what I said I wanted to do with that, or it never turned out well, I may not have accessed that second opportunity to take that $50 million loan. And if I had taken that $50 million loan and I never used it well, I may not been able to do this.
Right.
So when you get money, you need to not only report on what you have done with it, so your reporting requirement goes up, and not a lot of entrepreneurs are comfortable with that. What you're doing in my business, I shouldn't be telling you this, I shouldn't be telling that. I have the exact opposite approach. Everything I did when I got that money, I reported to DBJ, even when they didn't ask.
Right.
When I got the fellowship from Barack Obama, I called DBJ and I told them, and I said, it's because of you that causes. Make them feel good about that decision that they have made. Every opportunity I get, I speak about what they have done to help my business. And so I'll say this to you. For an entrepreneur watching this, it's one thing to raise the money. But the responsibility that comes with that now is that you now have someone to report to.
Right.
Some people may see it as a bad thing, but I'm here to tell you it's a good thing. Because the more you speak about your journey, how you're accomplishing it, the challenges you have and so on, other people may have those same challenges. And now they can hear you and help you.
I have yet to ask you about the challenges that one-on-one may have experienced. And we're almost out of time, but what challenges along this road?
Scaling is perhaps one of the biggest challenges. I mean, we have a fantastic team of board directors and so on at the company. And, we've been blessed to have that.
Right.
But scaling with people, one of your biggest factors of production is people. No matter what you do, you need people.
The human resource, right?
And if you get too many people in a very short time and put them in the same room, you may have chaos. And so one of the biggest challenges is scaling. Another challenge that we've had, because we have spent so much. I mean, we have over $500 million now, $400 million in assets, right, at the company. And one of our biggest challenges has been to build up that asset base over time. And financing to doing exactly that, cash flows. So sometimes you're making profit, but you're putting it back into the business. And so that's the second thing. And I suspect the third thing is, in our earlier days, people believing that online learning is the future. I remember we met with a client in 2015 and they told us that, boy, learning will never be online. And 5 years out, I'm happy that I didn't listen to them. I'm happy that we had this vision so that we could help so many people during COVID.
Right.
Not just in Jamaica.
Right.
90% of our clients are outside of Jamaica. One-on-One has truly become a regional company. And we would not have been able to do it without the vision, without the financing, without the mentorship from DBJ, and without the connections, the people who they have introduced us to help us to advance our mission, to be where we are today, so that we can support Jamaicans, but also globally, to attract investment back to Jamaica, because every dollar we earn, our team is Jamaican, it has to come back.
This is where it is. This is where it is. All right, Mr. Allen, you have taught us, and we've gotten quite a bit of facts. Again, I want to point you back to our audience. There are people who are business owners right now who also have the scaling dream, and who will be. This is your moment. I want you to give a final word to them. What was your number one word of encouragement to them?
three things. Number one, cash is king. Protect your cash, right? You get the cash, spend it like it's your last, right? Don't just spend because you have the money. Spend it for a purpose. That's number one. Number two, your people are perhaps your most important part of growing a business. You can't grow it by yourself. And if you choose to do that, you will not be as successful as you do by replicating yourself. And the third thing that I would say to you is that it's so important for you to protect your family, protect your mental space and so on. In growing a business, it can be very hard on you, and you need family and all the support that you need. So those are the three things I will leave with you.
Thank you so much, Sir Allen. Thank you so much. My first lesson, free one at that, from one-on-one. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
All right, so another success story of which DBJ has been a part of. For more information of the products and the services of the DBJ, visit their website, dbankjm.com or thinkbiggie.com. This has been Get the Facts, and our guest has been President and Chief Executive Officer of One-on-One Educational Services Limited, Ricardo Allen. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Take good care.
Jamaica 60, reigniting a nation for greatness.
It has been a long, hard road in spite of many challenges. We have remained a resilient people. But some of us have lost a bit of our faith, courage and dedication towards building Jamaica. The mission, my mission, the mission of my ministry, and the mission of this government is to reignite the passion, creativity, and indomitable spirit of the Jamaican people to renew faith, courage, and dedication. We are dedicated and loyal and equal to the task. Let us go reignited towards a great future for Jamaica. Let's reignite our nation for greatness.
A true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart. Wise words to consider. Today we celebrate our men who have stood up to the test of time and fatherhood. On this special day, we salute you.
Dear Dad, I just want to let you know that I love you and that I appreciate you. You have been a great dad.
Thank you for playing basketball with me. Thank you for helping me with my projects and playing with me and my sister, AG.
Dada. Dada. Dada.
And if someone should ask how much you mean to me, I would tell them you are irreplaceable.
Daddy, you've been my best friend, best supporter. I love you, Daddy.
Daddy, I love you so much.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Daddy, remember when you bought me my first little bike? You taught me how to ride it. When I fell, you helped me get back up to try again.
My daddy is so special. He is brave and strong and smart. That is why I love him so with all my little heart.
Happy Father's Day to my daddy because he is special to me in every single way.
Daddy, how can I thank you for your sacrifices, patience, and support? See, I have made prints of my tiny little feet so you can remember when I was so tiny and sweet. I will grow so fast, but my love for you will always last. To Daddy with love.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. I love you.
Jamaica's 60th year of independence, and the GIS team is in the streets to hear your voice. From St. Thomas to Westmoreland and the diaspora, what you say?
The people of Jamaica is great, and from the people we get great leaders.
Everything, the people, the places, the stories, the history, the past and the present, everything.
Part of the structure of the education has improved a lot. So overall, I think they're doing pretty good so far, and I hope they keep it up.
I think our people are one of the most versatile people in the world. We're extremely creative and resourceful.
More tourists come here, you get job frequently, and everything okay.
A great Jamaican look like all of us. Look like me, look like you. Look like Bob Marley, look like Miss Lou. All of us are great Jamaicans.
The economy improve and that the government actually put things in place to actually increase our economy in terms of resources.
Being a Jamaican is additional building from yourself. Not you me a small man, me can build this stuff. Build it with the love. Just like how Usain Bolt build it.
As a Jamaican, we are proud. Yeah? And we personally, when a Jamaican is in the room, you will know.
I feel proud to be a Jamaican, love my Jamaica, not leaving here. And no matter what the crises are, I still love Jamaica.
A lot of us overseas can come back, and those are in the medical field can donate some time, some equipment, some on the educational wise literatures and stuff like that.
I want to explore my potential in the arts, specifically dance and singing, and be able to, as I said, embody that culture and be able to, when I get older, teach it to the younger generation.
That's all the time we have left today on this show. Join us tomorrow on this same station for another exciting installment of Jamaica Magazine. To rewatch today's offering or other content like this, visit our YouTube channel or website jis.gov.jm. We would love to hear from you. Our social media pages are available. That's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. From all of us here at the JIS, have yourself a wonderful Sunday. I'm Lorraine Mendez. See you next time.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.